Howdy. I got a request for an example of how to solve a problem like this, and I am all too happy to oblige. Let's take a look. Good problem solvers always read the problem at least once, possibly many times. Heidi left a 10% tip on a meal. The total cost of the meal, including the tip, was $30.80. What was the cost of the meal before the tip? So, let's have a look. Since this is a percent change problem, we know there are going to be these predictable quantities, the base, the amount of the increase. This is a percent increase problem, and we know that because there is a total cost including the amount Heidi was charged and the tip. So we're going to increase from the unknown quantity, which is the base. We're going to call that x. And as a sentence, we would say, let x be the cost of the meal before the tip. The amount of the increase, well, we don't know that, but we're going to be able to write it in two different ways. The final amount is $30.80. The percent increase is 10%. Boy, Heidi's going to get her food spit in next time. Notice that we can measure this change in two different ways. The amount increase. This is the thing that we're going to use the unknown to write an equation for. So the amount of the increase has to equal the amount final minus the base. The final amount is bigger than the base because this is a percent increase. So this is a positive number, and that's very important. The amount of the increase is also the percent increase multiplied by the base. So this equals $30.80 minus x. This equals 10% of x. So $30.80 minus x has to equal 10% of x. So this is, in terms of the four-step problem-solving process, this is step 1, identify the unknown and assign a variable. Step 2 is write an equation using your variable. Step 3 is to solve your equation. So $30.80 minus x plus x equals 10% of x plus 1x. Recall that this has a coefficient of 0.1, this has a coefficient of 1. So we have $30.80 equals 1.10x. And we divide by the coefficient of x, so that x has a coefficient of 1. And I'm going to have to wander around here. X, the cost of the meal before the tip, was $30.80 divided by 1.10. Notice that if I multiply by 10 over 10, I get 308 divided by 11, and you can find that quotient with long division. And I will go ahead and jump to the next page and show you how to do that. 11 is the divisor, 308 is the dividend, and I'm not going to say gazinta. I don't care how many times 11 goes into 30. I want to think about groups. I can make two groups of 11 if I have 30 things. That leaves me with 8 things left over. Bring down this 8, and so I've put some things in the groups. Now I have 88 things left. So 11 groups of 8 makes 88. I've accounted for all the things. X equals $28. So the cost of the meal before the tip was 28 simoleons. So I hope this was helpful.